What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I am Van. We are all the LFR family, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news: Letitia James has been indicted. She has been indicted. Hit that like button, guys. Run this bad boy up. Share it wherever you want to share it. But just let people know that LFR family is live. We haven't gone live in a minute, but this right here was definitely worthy of going live. I pray all of you are in good spirits, are in great spirits, and that you are grateful for what God has blessed you with. Other than this, I would love for you to answer the poll that I have up and also write down one thing inside of the comment section that you are grateful for. Okay, I know we're talking about Letitia James being indicted, but I want our primary focus to always be on the Lord and our blessings, because nobody knows the day or night that the Lord will come. And we have been blessed abundantly, and I want us to acknowledge that. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it without further wait. Let's get it. And thanks again for pulling up, gang.
All right, we've got some breaking news that we want to get to. This is out of Virginia. Possible criminal charges being weighed right now against New York Attorney General Letitia James. Joining us now, MSNBC senior investigative correspondent Kara Lennig.
New York Attorney General Letitia James has been indicted on criminal bank fraud charges. James is being accused of having falsified records to meet certain lending requirements and receive favorable loan terms. We'll keep up with that story as it develops.
Just say this to Big Tish James, the New York Attorney General. I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump in his second term, because listen here, sweetheart, we're not messing around this time, and we will put your fat ass in prison for conspiracy against rights. And I promise you that. So think long and hard before you want to violate President Trump's constitutional rights or any other American's constitutional rights. It's not going to happen again.
We've been warning people on the show, Mike. This isn't the same Trump administration. Stop messing around. Don't rig elections. Don't illegally vote. Don't try the funny business, because we know the team this time and they are not effing around.
Representing our respective states, stand up and enforce the rule of law. The president of these United States is not above the law.
No matter how rich, powerful, or politically connected you are, everyone must play by the same rules.
Please sue him for us.
Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the
And now the Trump Justice Department may be a pain in her you-know-what. The Angle has obtained shocking allegations leveled by the Trump administration against New York Attorney General Letitia James. The Federal Housing Finance Agency has sent a criminal referral to the DOJ accusing James of mortgage fraud. In a letter to Attorney General Pam Bondi, Director Bill Pulte says James appears to have falsified records in order to meet certain lending requirements and receive favorable loan terms. He cited a property in Virginia that she's allegedly claimed as her principal residence and a property in New York that she claimed as a 4-unit structure instead of the required, instead of a 5, which Pulte says means she was able to get a different type.
So as y'all saw, she is under a real indictment right now, grand jury indictment. We have Scott Jennings, who's giving his opinion on, he's sitting on a CNN panel. And we also have Letitia James responding to these indictments as well. Of course, we already know that she's going to blame it on Trump and everything, but that's what she's supposed to do. Here we go, guys.
News has learned that New York Attorney General Letitia James has been indicted on at least one count of alleged fraud. I want to get straight to our Washington Bureau Managing Editor, Catherine Falders, for more on this. And Catherine, first off, what do we know about this at least one alleged charge?
Well, as of just moments ago, Alex, we do know that this indictment has still not been unsealed as of this writing. So we don't know precisely the details or the contents of the indictment, what particular evidence Lindsay Halligan presented to the grand jury to get this indictment returned. But we do know that she has been indicted. Tish James has been indicted on at least one count of alleged fraud. Now, we don't know exactly the the fraud that Halligan alleged that was obviously returned in this indictment. But remember, this all stems from the Justice Department's broader mortgage fraud investigation. We know they were investigating mortgage fraud, potential bank fraud, things like that. So again, we don't know those exact details, but remember, as we first reported late last month, that the former U.S. attorney there, Eric Siebert, who was ousted by Trump after Trump installed him there, he determined, along with other prosecutors in that office, that there was no clear evidence that James had knowingly committed mortgage fraud when she purchased a home in Virginia in the state in 2023.
It's
But Trump
ABC.
officials pushed Siebert, nevertheless, to charge her. He did not charge her. Again, we don't know if she's been charged with mortgage fraud specifically. I think that's important to point out. But Trump officials pushed him to charge her nonetheless, and he was, of course, fired by Trump. And Lindsay Halligan was installed to seek indictments of Trump's perceived political enemies. Of course, you just saw James Comey in court earlier this week. This is all part of the same U.S. Attorney's Office. That man that you were showing there on the screen, Eric Siebert, was investigating Comey and Tish James. He was.
You see how this raggedy skeezer tried to point out everything that's left-leaning. She's definitely on Letitia James' side, and she's trying to put everything on Trump's lap as if Letitia James did nothing wrong. She can't even look at the daggone screen because she knows she can't look at the camera. She can't look us in our eyes because she knows that she's lying. She's on ABC and she's giving nothing but lies. But we know somebody who won't give us nothing but lies. Our man Scott Jennings. Let's go.
Right, Scott.
Well, the implication that I don't support the Constitution that you made notwithstanding.
I did not see that.
Accuse me of being an
He's
original.
just famous for being a constitutional originalist.
Here's what I think. If Democrats like Slotkin are going to come out today and whine about selective prosecutions over Tish James, her entire career is built on the selective prosecution of one man. Now, I also believe what Elliot said. There's a process here. Everybody gets their day in court. Obviously, a grand jury saw enough evidence to bring charges. We don't know what they are, but a grand jury looked at this and says, okay, there's something here. She gets to go to court just like Comey, just like anyone else. But to me, it's just not going to fly to boo-hoo over selective prosecutions on this particular person who promised in her campaigns, who went after him on things, as Jonah said, that had no business ever happening, if not but for the man's last name being Trump. So
Facts.
I'm not
But
going to.
how is that not a two wrongs make a right argument?
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying she gets her day in court. I'm saying a grand jury saw enough evidence to bring charges, and I'm saying she gets to go to court and tell her side of the story, and then we'll see what happens. But I'm just arguing the political debating issue here. Democrats are going to say, this is the first time we've ever had somebody go down the road of selective prosecutions on her.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
No, I agree with that.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Thank you so much, Scott Jennings, for putting it out there the way that it's supposed to be put out there. We just now had a video that I posted where Eric Trump was on Chris Cuomo's channel, and he was letting him know, bro, this is not the same at all. Stop trying to paint it that way. This is nowhere near the same. They was using every three-letter agency they possibly could to lock up Trump, to get him unalived, to take down his children, to bankrupt him, to take him off of the ballot in different states so that he not win. They tried to put it in the bag. They tried to pretty much just put it in Kamala's hands. Like, here you go. Here's the presidency. You're going to be the 47th president. There you go. Our first woman president, our first black woman. They was doing whatever they possibly could to shut him down. Now they're trying to act like he's doing something wrong. Bull, sugar, honey, iced tea. We're about to hear from Letitia James. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, guys. Y'all ready? Here we go.
This is nothing more than a continuation of the president's desperate weaponization of our justice system. He is forcing federal law enforcement agencies to do his bidding, all because I did my job as the New York State Attorney General.
And lied on official documents, but we're going to continue. You know you did that, right? I mean, you did say nobody's above the law. Okay, let me be quiet.
These charges are baseless, and the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost.
Which you were doing at any cost. You were stepping outside the law. You're actually a lawyer. You signed it to oath that you would do everything with what am I looking for? It was your obligation to do everything right as a lawyer. But you made up your mind that I'm going to go after this man. I'm going to attack him. I'm going to take him down. That's how I will level up my own career. Now it's coming back to bite you in your big old ass.
The president's actions are a grave violation of our constitutional order and have drawn sharp criticism from members of both parties.
I hope you use that black card too.
Because I did my job as the New York State Attorney General. These charges are baseless, and the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost. The president's actions are a grave violation of our constitutional order and have drawn sharp criticism from members of both parties. His decision to fire a United States attorney who refused to bring charges against me and replace them with someone who is blindly loyal not to the law, but to the president, is antithetical to the bedrock principles of our country.
So he removed someone who was blindly loyal to you and put someone in position who was objective and more centered and willing to judge the law by the law and not by their relationships. And you have an issue with that. I'm not surprised.
This is the time for leaders on both sides of the aisle to speak out against this blatant perversion of our system of justice. I stand strongly behind my office's litigation against the Trump Organization. We conducted a 2-year investigation based on the facts and evidence, not politics.
Bull sugar honey iced tea. Come on, lady. Come on, Rasputia. Keep it a buck. Keep it real with us. Come on, you ain't got a lot of us. Come on, you ain't got a lot of kick it, Craig.
Judges have upheld the trial court's finding that Donald Trump, his company, and his 2 sons are liable for fraud. I'm a proud woman of faith, and I know that faith and fear cannot share the same space. And so today, I'm not fearful. I'm fearless. And as my faith teaches me, no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Oh, shut up.
We will fight these baseless charges aggressively, and my office will continue to fiercely protect New Yorkers and their rights. And I will continue to do my job.
Until you are arrested. And the Lord was looking at you like, here she go again. Every time they get in trouble, they try to use my words. Use my words. No weapon formed against me shall prosper unless you commit fraud. And now it's time for you to pay the piper. You went after Trump. He lost money. He got it all back. Why? Because you were wrong. He wouldn't have gotten it all back if you were right. Think about that. Come on. You got to read, my brother. You got to read, my brother. Huh? Now it's your turn. Thank you so much for the super chat, Louis B. Fishing. What's up, Van? Missed you, bro. Hope all is well. All is well. All is well. And I'm just waiting for this thing to go down. But I want you guys to answer the poll I have up. And the question is, and thanks again, Louis B. Fishing, it says, will Letitia James actually go to jail? The first one is, yes, I pray so, with 48% of the votes. And the last one is lock her up, lock her up. That's 22% of the votes. And 16% of the votes is anything can happen. You don't know, maybe, who knows? And 16% of the votes is no, I doubt it. You know, this is just something that's just going to embarrass her for a little bit, have her standing up and having to take up for herself, but nothing's going to happen. What do you guys think in the comments, man? Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below. And thanks again for tuning in. Y'all are absolutely amazing. But I look forward to whatever's going to come from this because she deserved her day in court the same way Scott Jennings just now said, because they put Trump through hell. Thank you, everyone, for pulling up. I got to run, but make sure y'all share this bad boy. Letitia James could potentially be going to jail. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.